feel like it's trying to. The camera looks like it's trying to focus on. Maybe it's just trying to focus on the raccoon.
It's probably trying to focus on the different raccoons I have going on.
I think it's trying to focus on the raccoon.
It's prioritizing.
Just the whole time.
It's a sad face everywhere.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with that thing, Jesse.
It doesn't know which is the real face. It's just the raccoons and your face, and just.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right, ready? I think I know. I think I'm gonna do the intro, and then I'll do the. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe.
Let's see it play out.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro.
Right. Love to see how this comes together.
You get in his head. That's it.
Nah, dude. This is. Watch.
You
this
got
is
this.
This is where you're gonna be so impressed by this.
I fucking live here now.
Yeah. This
Alright.
is my house.
Picking up real estate.
Yeah.
Gonna sync it up with this clap right here.
Walking Blind is hosted by overly emotional dudes who overthink and overanalyze everything. Nothing the hosts say should be taken as medical advice or opinion. They're not professionals. They're about to make that very clear.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Walking Blind podcast, the podcast where we like to normalize checking in on your homies. This is episode 96, and if you're watching or listening, we'd appreciate it if you drop a like, follow, give us a rating. It helps the podcast. So if you believe what we're doing, help us out. Today we have a really awesome guest. It's our buddy. He's a business owner. He's a barber. He's a world traveler. He is probably one of the fastest friends I think I've ever made. It's
On the track or
I'll explain. I think I've shared. I believe I've shared our story before on this podcast, but I get to share it again. But today's guest is our boy Jolka Perez. People are screaming right now.
golf clap.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm Mike. That is also Mike.
Yeah,
It's all good, man. If they don't know who we are by now, 96 episodes later.
Episode's about me though.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's true. But yeah, we got you on here, man.
Yeah, finally. Exciting.
Jolka made a comment and a post about us pretty early on that we still plan to turn into a t-shirt, which was like, if you like talks about mental health, raccoons, and drinking water out of a can, this is the show for you.
Yeah.
So we made sure, sort of, that he had a water in a can for this episode.
Yes.
Mike made sure that he would wear raccoon shirts, and we're going to talk about mental health.
That's true. Yeah, we'll do a mental health check, and then I'll go into our whole
You guys' love
our
story.
beautiful love story.
Your Taylor Swift love story.
Our origin story, dude.
We're gonna have a movie theater.
All right, mental health check is where we like to check in weekly to see where we're at mentally. That way, if we're going well, maybe what are we doing? What's going on in our lives that's helping us? And if we're not going so well, maybe what's going on or what are we neglecting to do that is keeping us in that funk? So, Jolka, you've seen the show. You want to go first?
Oh, sure. Why not? Mental health check.
Yes.
Let's see. So, everything's pretty good so far on my mental side, I guess you want to say. Insanity's still there, and also, just kind of procrastinating and also progressing and all kinds of stuff. So,
Did you say insanity is still there or
yeah,
sanity is still
insanity
there?
is still
Cool.
there. Yeah, insanity.
Just want to clarify.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. A lot of the stuff when you're talking about like mental health and everything like that, it's kind of like you're trying to process life in general, and that's just crazy of like everything that goes through it. And then you're still trying to just continue on with all this stuff, aspirations and dreams and stuff. So
Yeah, man.
it's been kind of the same sequence for like 30 years. So it's all good. It gets crazy, it gets good. It's all, in general, just, it's an adventure so far. So my mental health check right now is pretty keen, calm, It's a lot. I mean, I'm pretty busy, so I get a lot of anxiety and frustration and, anger here and there and whatnot. But for the most part, doing stuff like this, adventuring out to things that I can do that I enjoy and stuff like that kind of balances everything out. So
Nice.
it's all good.
Okay, that's going to be one of my questions. Like, what's your kind of go-to if you're not feeling great? What's like a good pick-me-up that you usually turn to?
Oh, now?
Drugs.
Your answer to me now? Drugs, yeah. Drugs is
Drugs and alcohol, obviously.
Alcohol, yeah. Alcohol was like, whoa, bro. Drugs, yeah, so pretty much when I struggle, that was your question, right?
Yeah, I was just, yeah.
Forgot your question.
It's the drugs.
Yeah,
It's the drugs.
It's the drugs. I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy because I talk about it a lot to my clients sometimes, Some of them where they're kind of like, we'll get into like deep conversations and stuff like that sometimes. And for the most part, one of the things that really gets me through the day is just talking to people, and really just communicating and stuff like that and everything. And just kind of letting everything out and not holding anything in, Like I've gotten into this weird stage in my life where I'm very zoning in, like, I guess you want to say like weightlessness, and also like carrying your burdens at the same time type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like I have to let go of my situations, but at the same time I have to carry them knowing that they're going to be there tomorrow type of stuff. So but people help me out a lot, it's just being here, and knowing that I have people that I can talk to, and people that come look for me at my shop, or I have somewhere to go home to, I have a family member I can call and stuff like that. Like, those little things prior to my old self didn't acknowledge just how important they are in my life. And now where I'm at this point, I get to be like in that position where, like, oh yeah, it's cool to have friends.
Yeah. Dude, support systems are huge, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one of my something I've been very, very, very grateful for personally.
Dude, and if I can, for anybody out there who is, especially for the dudes out there who are struggling and need somebody to talk to, find a good barber.
Fuck yeah.
Find a good barber, dude, because like
yeah, like,
as somebody that gets a haircut every 2 weeks, like that's therapy, dude. You get to sit down and talk shit,
Hell yeah.
kind of talk about your life for 30 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a legit thing that most males out there don't acknowledge.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what it is. It's complicated too, because it's like one of those things where it's like, if you want to like have good relationships in life, find a good mechanic.
Yep.
Find a good barber. Find a good, like, whatever it is you want to be, like, in just your local area. Like, those are the people that are going to help you out in life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. Most definitely find a good barber.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Michael?
I've been good, man. I kind of I've just been kind of getting myself back into, I feel like I say this all the time, but back into the groove of things. And like this weekend was, I had intended for this weekend to be a lot busier than it actually was. Me and Mike, after a studio session, had a bad bout with
I don't know what we both did
with some fast food.
Yeah, I don't know what we both did.
Yeah,
It was
Taco
definitely
Bell.
our fault.
That's the problem.
It was definitely our fault.
It was our fault.
You never hear that situation.
We just happened to hit this world-renowned fast food establishment before they closed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, it was late.
It was probably the end of the night.
Yeah.
You know.
And so like, it just kind of I wasn't sick, but I just felt a little tired the next day, and I couldn't, unfortunately had to miss out on the Burner State show. But got some rest, and then today kind of I feel like I've been just, I get in these phases where I go like at 100 miles an hour on a bunch of different projects, and then my body's like, hey dude, you need to shut down and chill for a little bit.
And you shut down hard.
And today was like one of those days. I woke up to get ready for work, and I was like, I feel like shit. I gotta just lay down. And I just kind of laid down and got things back in order. This place was a disaster before today's episode, so it kind of came in here and that helped kind of put me back in the right frame of mind. So yeah, man, just other than that thing, just trucking along and doing the usual.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about you, Michael?
There's gotta be something going on with that shirt, right? Like,
Dude, if anyone doesn't know, Jolka, you screen print your own shirts, right?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, so he's always
Yeah,
got
but they
like,
never
these-
look that crazy.
Yeah,
Well, he always he always has fun shirts, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like he's gonna come. He'll probably come dressed fun. I was like, I'm gonna wear this is for anyone who can't see. It's raccoons. This whole Hawaiian shirt is raccoons. My shirt underneath it is raccoons. Shout
What's
out,
underneath that?
Shout out to Jordan.
Raccoon.
Shout out to Harry. what would you do when I lifted my shirt? I had a raccoon chest piece.
I would shit myself.
I wouldn't do anything under this.
You're like, look,
That's dope.
that makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You're like that
Yes,
actually.
yeah. Be like, I'm surprised it's not your girlfriend.
Just tattoo.
Just tattoo.
All these years, finally get a
it's-
tattoo. It's
Yeah.
Jordan.
It's Jordan.
It's Jordan holding a raccoon.
No, it's Jordan holding a
I don't
raccoon
know,
like
it'd be badass.
Rafiki and Simba.
As a pinup, that would be pretty cool. I can see that.
Raccoon pinup?
Raccoon pinup.
Well, mentally I'm doing well, guys. So last week, I think it's one of the first times I've ever said I was gonna do something and I did it, which is get better sleep.
Nice.
And so it was more of like actually I don't think I went out of my way. I think my body was just kind of giving up on me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
around like I was just I think it's because of the sun going down earlier.
Oh, okay.
I think that had to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just get really tired. I just got really sleepy, and so like several times last week, I felt like I was like knocking out on my couch and like waking up and be like, oh shit, I should go to bed. And so anyway, so sleep was something I was trying to do last week, and I feel like I kind of caught up on it. Friday night, I woke up in a panic. Again, I don't know what I did. Somehow I messed it up.
Yeah.
That
What did
made-
you do to
I like how
yourself?
you guys don't blame the establishment. You blame yourselves.
I don't know.
It was me.
I don't know what I
It cannot
did.
be what they
Yeah.
gave me.
Yeah.
My body just wasn't in peak physical condition to handle
I wasn't ready.
the glorious food that was presented to me.
You guys are like corporate lambs on that. It's like, you
Dude,
know?
all I'm saying is this. Those sweet workers at the Bell had nothing to do with
I know,
the
right?
fact
Yeah.
that Mike woke up with diarrhea at 3 a.m.
Dude, there's like you wake up, you're like, oh man, I ate something, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
I
Woke
ran, dude. I was just like, this is not good. And so, but I drank baking soda water, which I don't know if I've said that on the show or
Yeah.
not.
Yes, Mike.
Have I?
So many times.
Dude,
So much, Mike.
I preach it. I drank baking soda water and then I was fine. Slept the whole night. Didn't really have much stomach issues.
Keyword there is much.
Much.
I know, right?
Yeah. But
Severe. Too much.
well, dude, this guy had to bounce on our hangout. We
I
went and
did.
got coffee, and he's like, "I gotta go."
But what's crazy is like I didn't
didn't-
actually
he didn't
like,
wanna
get
use-
sick.
He didn't even want to use the Daily Brew bathroom.
No, okay, I'm gonna come clean about that. I have this thing where I'll go to the bathroom anywhere. I don't have a problem going to the bathroom anywhere, but it annoys the fuck out of me when people are sitting at the door going like this.
Yeah.
Right?
No, fuck
Single
off.
restrooms are the worst.
So I walk into the brew. I go, you know what? I've never shit at the brew. I think I'm gonna shit at the brew. Walk in, sit down. You know, put my little strip on the front just so my dick doesn't touch the hole.
Shit.
Sit down, get comfortable. Yeah, give me 1 second. Like,
Fuck. That's what you
The
just say.
frustration
Fuck
in
off,
that.
please.
Damn, that story gives anxiety, bro.
dude, couldn't go to the bathroom. Just had to just suck it up. Got up, walked outside, and then
So you like finished midway?
I didn't even go. I didn't even go. But what's crazy is like I didn't have like the runs, or I wasn't throwing up or anything like that, but my stomach just hurt.
Okay.
So I went and I felt so bad because I texted Martin and I was like, "Are you in LA?" He's like, "No, I'm home." I was like, "Oh, come over here." And as soon as he got there, I was like, "I gotta go home. I don't feel good."
Yeah.
So I bounced like immediately, and I just went home and I went and laid down.
He got there, and I was like, yeah, Mike didn't want to shit at the Daily Brew because like people were opening the door.
Harassing
So he
him.
went to
To Vaughn's,
to
Albertsons.
Did they like bang
He's like
hard on
he's like, really? Why?
They're like,
I was like, I don't know, dude. Mike's gone soft. But yeah, been good. It's been a good.
I completely forgot that you were still
Dude, we've gotten really good. Like we'll just go,
yeah.
then bring it right back. We bring it right
Don't forget
back.
to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Except that. We're real bad at that.
Dude, that's why I was like, I was like, no, Michael, we have to remember it for next time. Dude, Jesse, let's
Props to Jesse. Give him. He's one step closer, ladies and gentlemen, to getting his head cam.
We're gonna put like right here, Jesse. un estrella for our little star.
Little gold star.
What was that? Yeah, so man, yeah, it's been a good week. Burner State had a show this weekend. It was weird. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was a weird show. But
First off,
zero surprise to me.
I need you to stop for a second. I'm gonna need you to turn it down. Okay. But continue.
Oh shit!
Go ahead and continue.
I got that. All right.
So, yeah, should I go into that?
Yeah, I think you should.
Dude.
Mentally, I'm great. So, Burner State show. So, I get there, and I don't even know. I hadn't even said what's up to the guys yet, because the first band was playing already. I was that guy. I came in halfway through their first song.
Lead singer syndrome, man.
Yeah, and so I get there, and I get there. As soon as I stopped to eat, I stopped to get food, and so watching the band, and then like halfway through, I think the second song, the owner or bar manager, whoever, comes out. He's this big dude. Comes out and he's like stops them mid song, which to me, like that is one of the ultimate sins to me.
Yeah, you don't do that.
If you interrupt me or stop me during one of our songs, it's because somebody better be knocked out.
Yeah.
Or my car's getting towed.
An emergency.
Yeah.
Getting to.
Something.
My stereo's
If
being
that.
taken out of my car.
Yeah. No, but this
The little boombox.
The boombox,
The
the
Christ
Bluetooth.
boombox.
it's the Wonder Boom 3.
The Christ Air
I
Mini.
know, right?
Dude, that makes me like it more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Para Cristo.
But
Dude, so this dude comes out and he stops them and he tells them that they're too loud. First off, don't ever tell a punk band that they're too loud.
Punk rock show, yeah.
Yeah. And so they had to turn down, or the drummer had to play softer, basically.
There's no way.
Yeah, it was so stupid. So like that's the other thing too. Like, I hate when places like book bands. Like, don't book bands then.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring these bands. Don't invite them.
Or like when you show up to a venue and there's a drum shield around
Yeah.
the drummer, you're like, what is this?
Yeah. So that was really lame. So I saw that happening, and I was just right away. I was just like, dude, fuck this place.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first band. And then so they're like saying, oh, it has to be like 90 decibels or something like that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
What does that mean?
So then the band gets through it, and they're pretty, they were good about it. And then the next band, same thing, dude. Like first song in, guy comes in.
Legacies?
Fallen Legacies played first.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. And then I think the band was, what do they call it? Mind of My Own. Mm-hmm. And they were playing, and their singer, I thought their singer was gonna fight the guy, which I was kind of excited about. But same thing, the guy comes out and like he's like talking to him, and they're going back and forth. I can't hear what's being said, but I'm like, dude, this like I wasn't feeling too great from the night before because I got woken up late.
It's just a lack of sleep.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, and and so it was kind of funny because I felt like it was like one of those like weird like rallying moments with Burner State.
Yeah.
And earlier in the day we'd gone together to kind of jam because we haven't played since I've been back.
Which
So,
day of practice is always a wild.
it's a wild
wild
one.
thing.
Yeah, but it went well. But I think we got to talk out a bunch of stuff, which I thought was really productive. And then at the show, we basically were just like, if this guy stops us, we're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everyone was like, yeah. I was like, oh fuck yeah.
And this guy has to like unplug you to stop you, right?
Yeah. Because it's like if he comes up, we're not stopping the song. And if we stop the song, then we're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
Because like first off, that's fucking rude as shit. Wait till we're done, and then like flag me down.
Also, don't book punk bands if you want 90 decibels, whatever the fuck.
Well, no, and to me, it's also so fucking stupid. Like as soon as we were done playing, the DJ was loud as fuck, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's just like it's bullshit.
He never came out on your show though.
No,
You were playing?
and then, and then so like I'm like ready for war. I'm like
I get
I'm like
there and he's like, bro, I'm about to fuck some shit up right now. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, man.
He buttoned his raccoon
Yeah,
shirt to the top.
he's like, yeah, his windbreaker raccoon shirt.
if that exists, dude.
Like the hood is just a head of a raccoon.
Right? Like and subscribe.
You want to get into any NBR show ever?
You want that list spot?
No.
But yeah, I got there. He was just like, he's like, this motherfucker, pretty much everything that you just mentioned right now and all that stuff. But then your show it was legit. You
Yeah.
brought the whole crowd and everything, and I think the owner was there too. Like
Maybe the owner just didn't like the first bands.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he was just big dicking the openers. Like, this is my spot.
Probably, I don't know. It was just lame. I hate that. I hate that so much. And so I guess it doesn't. You probably couldn't tell anyway. I was like pacing. I was just ready. I was just fucking. I was like ready to go.
You wanted that fight.
It.
Yeah,
he did.
I was like
He even
staring. I was like staring.
initiated in there.
I was like staring, like looking out for him too. Like every now and then, I was like trying to find him.
Yeah.
Like I was ready, and then nothing. It ended up being like pretty good show.
Yeah.
Had a good time. Yeah. Good turnout. Nice crowd.
Yeah. So it was fun. But what I was gonna say beforehand. Oh, I told you too. I was like, do you ever have those moments when you're like, man, I'm kind of a bitch.
What? Oh, that's right.
Why?
I was like, what?
So so the reason I was late to the show was because I decided I needed to stop to eat.
Mm-hmm. What'd you eat?
I had Carl's Jr.
Okay.
And so I was throwing away my bag, and outside behind the venue, there's outdoor dumpster. And I'm like pretty good distance. I'm about to underhand it in, dude. As I was like letting go, I let off like a scared because this big fucking rat was just staring at me on top of the dumpster, dude. I was like,
He was waiting for that bag.
dude. I don't
Carl.
even think he moved, dude. I think he like let the bag like fly, like
just
never broke
like,
eye contact. Like,
just hits him in the forehead and just falls.
dude, I would have.
Wait, you don't like rats?
Don't not. Don't
But
do this.
you're okay
Don't
with
do this.
raccoons?
Don't do this.
Have you seen that
Don't do
picture
this.
of the raccoon with no hair?
What?
Yeah, man. We all look crazy with no hair.
It looks like a rat with black eyes.
Yeah, but that's not what it looks like unless you shave its head off or I don't know.
Did you see that video recently that came out of? It's like a bodega in New York.
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
this massive rat
just
walking through the back of the store, and people are following it with their phone. He's just, dude, its tail is like
that thing looks like
fucking
it fathered
huge.
like 100 rats.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Like this thing has been alive for 158 years.
This shit voted like 3 presidents in, like.
Still has a blade.
It's the last known remnant of the plague.
It's like, yeah.
Dude, it looked like a fucking
That shit
cat
survived
walking
like
in
2
the
world
back.
wars. It's just like,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I think a big reason also why I just hate rats is because one,
What? You hate rats?
they'll attack you. Like if they're provoked, like they'll bite and shit. And they're cannibals, dude. They'll eat each other.
But haven't you also seen that like rats are like one of the most emotionally intelligent animals too? Like they actually develop friendships and relationships and shit, and they'll like go to war for each other.
Damn. Do raccoons do that?
I bet they do.
You bet they do.
I'll bet they do. Dude, just I don't like rats. I don't like rats. I hate possums. Possums are giant rats to me.
What?
So, anyway, so
Like
yeah,
underneath it, like if you shave off all the hair, they're just giant rats.
I just think they're king rats. Possums are.
Yeah.
They're like the leaders of that rodent world.
They're the rat kings.
They're the rat kings, dude. But yeah, anyway, I saw this big ass rat and it freaked me out and like put me already like I gasped as I did it, dude. And like if someone else were out there to watch me, like they'd just been like, "Oh man, look at this, look at this guy."
They'd have been like, "Look,
He
these
thinks-
men in 2023."
Yeah.
Yeah. He sings punk rock.
But so anyway, so yeah, that was my Saturday night. It was a weird show. Yeah, it just felt weird. Like I was ready for war, and then for a war that never came.
War that never happened.
War that never happened. But it was nice. It was cool. Jolka came out. Which reminds me. So, I know I've had to have told the story on here before, but you're here. So, so we get a new hire. His name's Jolka at the shop, and I come in.
So okay, we just did a flashback. This didn't
You
just
see that
happen.
little wave.
Yeah. We're going back in time right now. Mike's telling the story like it happened yesterday. By the way, we got this new hire.
So
What is this, 2021?
it was 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021?
I don't know.
Here's Joko with like a shorter mullet and just back then. Hey, what's up?
Did I have a mullet during that time?
I think you had just
I think
started.
It was just starting. It was baby.
Yeah.
Baby faces.
Probably.
I think you still had like the kind of like a faux hawk type thing that was going into the mullet.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually during COVID time, 2020, I had the mullet. I had my entire back permed, and then I had a flat top on top.
Sick.
Yeah, it was fire.
We got it.
Sick.
Mosquito.
Skeeter.
So we're back.
Oh, we're
time.
back.
Yeah,
We're back.
we're back in time.
So we have this new hire.
Mike has a Jerry curl. It's New York in the 80s.
Fire right there.
I wish we had.
Hawaiian shirt, hairspray. You know?
I wish we had that kind of budget like the Chappelle Show. And we
That
could
would
just
be
like tell
fire.
these stories and reenact
Like and
them.
subscribe.
Oh.
You know?
Dude. But
The only way we'll get there is by liking and subscribing.
Yeah. Leave a 5-star review.
tell your
what?
friends.
Where do you get the
There's
reviews
a
from?
few people that came on the tour that came to like our table and like asked about the podcast, and I was like, yeah, it's like, do you guys use YouTube and stuff? He's like, yeah, I watch stuff on there. I was like, dude, like if you open it up right now, you can see the video. Yeah, that's the one. I was like, yeah, dude, go ahead and give it a follow. You want to give it a follow, man? Cool. But anyway, we're done. Oh yeah, so me and Jolka. So go up to him. He's behind the register, and we introduced myself, and I noticed that he had a Joker tattoo,
Oh, yeah.
and so I forget what I said. I think I was just like, oh, you like comic book stuff? I don't know.
You believe in Christ?
Are you?
Are you a believer?
Are you believing our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I thought you were gonna go somewhere with like Kevin Feige or something.
Jesse's just.
I was drunk.
Oh, I get it now. Dang.
Just nothing but callbacks right now.
Oh man, anyway, that's how Jesse and I met. Jesse just on a different planet, hammered us all, and was just like, "Yo, what'd you say to me?"
I was John.
Like,
I was getting COVID from Martin.
you're like, he's like, "What's your mic?" I was like, "Yeah, hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up? Are you a Christian?" Or something like that. Or like, you
love the Lord?
You love the Lord.
It led up to it. Somehow.
It wasn't much of a lead up, dude. You literally were like, "Oh, your mic, no bragging rights." I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" You're like, "Dude, I'm a Christian too," or something like that.
Dude, I love Jesus too.
I love Jesus too. And I was like, "Oh, like, right on, man."
You should see my Bluetooth.
You want to come listen to music in my car?
Anyways, the timelines are just merging. Right?
That's probably around the same time, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, because that was right at the early stages of Burner State.
Yeah.
Because I met you at DBA.
Yes.
Well, I think I had met you at the coffee shop, like in passing, and then officially at DBA. And that's when Jesse had started hanging out too. It's like right around the time of like the
early Burner State shows, dude.
Yeah, early Burner State, early torture culture shows.
Yeah. So we have we flirt a little bit of small talk.
Yeah.
And
Mike
then-
had a crush on you.
I did, dude, for the
longest
time.
time.
For a while.
And so
I was
and this is
like, I don't give
why.
a shit about this Jolka guy. Stop.
And
Shut up.
this is why. So meet him, and then I'm talking to probably Harry or someone, and they're like, "Oh, what time is your show tonight?" I was like, "Oh, it's it's at blah blah blah," and then Jolka is like, "Oh, you're in a band?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "What kind of music you play?" I was like, "Oh, it's a punk band,"
It's a ska band.
and he's like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Oh, cool. Like, where at? Is in Pomona?" I was like, "Yeah, it's in Pomona. This place." You're like, "Cool. Like, would you care if I came?" I was like, "No, dude. Like, what?" Yes, of course. Jolka, who I just met. Other people I've been working with for years that haven't never seen me perform in any band. And so yeah, he said it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come out," and he came out. He was there, and fell in love.
Yeah.
He's a man of his word.
I try to be.
So and now you've seen MBR twice.
I've seen MBR twice. I forget how many times I've seen Burner State.
No.
No Burner State. Yeah. No, not all of them. I missed a few. But I try to go as much. I actually try to now. I'm trying to do this little hobby thing where I do like amateur photography for local bands now, with my phone. Just kind of.
He's got a nice phone.
Yeah, I got a nice phone.
Mike's just so hype.
I know, right?
He's got a nice phone,
With that
bro.
shirt, like you can hype anything right now. Like and subscribe.
Dude, I can subscribe, guys. Be like Jolka. Just do it, dude.
Just show up,
Just
man.
do it.
Just show up. Are you new here? Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're new here. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Give us a follow. We have an Instagram.
TikTok, OnlyFans. Jesse's is separate from the actual show.
More to feet and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Oh no, but that I try to go as often as I can to just whatever shows randomly when I have the time to do that. Just something to do and stuff like that. And I really got it after my trip from Japan. I really got into photography and all that stuff.
Oh, All right, dude. Fuck, we're like, I don't know how
let's-
far we are.
let's-
We
let's-
talked about Japan.
Talk about Japan, man.
So Jolka got to live. My last bucket list spot is Japan.
It's on mine too.
You know what? It's funny because every single person I talk to about that, they're always like that. It's like, it's my dream. It's like, and in my head, I'm like, just go then.
you're like, I just did it.
I just did it. Like,
That's just what
that's
I do.
like most of my life. I don't know. I don't think about things. I just kind of do it, Like, I like to talk about a lot of things, like, because I'm also a believer in faith in one sense. Maybe not as much as you are with your boombox, but but enough to where like I kind of allow my life to just kind of be ventured out in a way where I don't really. I mean, I worry about things here and there and all that kind of stuff, and I stress out about a lot of shit, a lot. And you know, the little things here and there anger me and piss me off a lot, you know. But for the most part, I have faith that whatever I do, wherever I'm going, it's gonna eventually lead to where it needs to be led to, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And then that's why, like, when it comes to that whole like, oh, you know, that's my dream and all that kind of stuff, or how you're doing this and everything, and you're working at it little by little by little, and then you're seeing the progression here and there. You don't take account of the accumulation of everything that you progressed on, but at the same time you see it, you acknowledge it, you know. And it's not like one of those things where you're like constantly thinking about it. You're doing it, you're out there, you're moving and forward and all that stuff. And that's pretty much like kind of how I just took apart. Like, so Japan came about where I have a friend, he plays Pokemon, and he won like the West regionals and stuff like that.
Like the actual card?
Yeah, the card game.
Okay.
Yeah. And he made enough points in small tournaments to be invited into Japan's Hokkaido, or I think it was Yokohama, World Tour.
Holy shit.
It was like top of whatever the world nonsense. And then he was telling a friend of mine beforehand, he's like, I'm gonna go to Japan, you know. He's all, be cool if you went and all that stuff. And then my friend immediately just texts me and he's like, hey, Kazu is the one that plays the game. He's like, he's gonna go to Japan. Are you down? And I'm like, midway haircut or whatever, and I look at, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm down. You know, just tell me how much and I'm there, you know, and all kinds of things. And that's just how it came about. It was like 2 months prior to when we left. Yeah. And we ventured out. I'd never been across that far from the States before, just across the entire world, you know.
Yeah. What was that? How long was that flight?
We took a direct flight. It was about 11 hours. You know, I could have done that way better, but it was pretty uncomfortable for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty crazy. But it's cool, man. It's a whole different world over there. I like to tell people it's trippy when you think about it, because it's like you go, or like when you went to Costa Rica not that long ago, right? And you were just where?
Australia.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, like, you were in the East Coast too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's trippy because it's like you don't acknowledge that people are living lives simultaneously as you are. You know, and it's like you're there 1 second, you have all these people around you, and then 1 second you're here, and now you have all these other people, and then while you're here, they're doing their own thing over there too. So it's kind of trippy that now, like, I actually got to see Tokyo, because you mostly just hear about Japan, and you see videos and stuff like that, but it's like you're still separate from all that stuff, you know, no matter how immersed it is. When you're there, it's kind of like, damn, like this is actually going on while, you know, over there gas is like $7. So it was cool.
What was your favorite thing about Tokyo when you were there?
Well, I hate Tokyo. No, Tokyo's cool. Like, it's a scene in general, right? For the most part, it's like one of those places where you kind of like, it's a very touristy spot. It's you feel like you're in Japan, but technically you don't, because people still kind of speak English.
It's very Western.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things where you're just kind of like, I want to feel more authentic, right? So where we stayed in Kawasaki, which is like probably consider Tokyo, LA, and Kawasaki like Corona. Okay. So like that distant, far away. And my friend and I were like the only Mexicans in that whole area.
Sick.
Yeah.
Did you see the Cholo culture though?
Yes, we did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. It's crazy because it's like there's just so much going on, and then there's just so much stuff that's made up over there where it's just people are just taking all these little different styles and everything. Like,
I love that though.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I was telling a friend earlier, one of the things that I really liked about going over there is that I can relieve the insecurity of my fashion style over there than here. Here, when I try to dress up or try to do something crazy or something like that, for the most part, I get insecure at first because you're like, oh, this hat doesn't work, you know, or
Like,
This
does
shirt-
this really work?
Yeah,
Like,
you
does this
know?
combo really work?
Yeah, you look at all those things and you're like, I'm not gonna be out in public like this, you know. So you put on the same clothes you put on yesterday, and then like over there, I was like, nah, like over there's like a fashion statement. Like if you stand out, you like people are dressed up as cowboys over there. You know, just walk, I'm American type of thing. It's like, all right, that's dope, you know, whatever. Or they'll dress like the cholos and stuff like that, or they'll do like the anime characters and all that stuff. So it was one of those times where I really got to like do different clothing styles. Like I try to wear like the bandana as like a neck brace or necklace type of thing. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's just a bandana when you put it on, and the little ring and all that stuff. I really tried to stand out.
Oh, with like the was it a bolo tie?
It was kind of like a bolo tie style. It was like a bolo tie, but it was made out of a bandana, and then you put in the ring. As, like, to
Sick.
hold
Okay.
it. Yeah, like I got
Okay.
that off like Instagram, and I was like, "That's dope. I want to try
Yeah.
that. I'm going to Japan. I need to do it." You know? Yeah, so it was cool.
And did you get to hit? Is it Shibuya that has like the fashion district and all the shopping?
It's Shibuya is like the one that does have like the most fashion stuff. That's like where like Tokyo and all that stuff. That's the main crosswalk.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a lot of people that are eccentric and they're just standing out and stuff like that. But I felt the actual fashion sense was like in Osaka.
Okay.
I felt like that a lot of people were dressed really well there. Like they got like a certain style that they carried on themselves pretty good. I felt like Shibuya was more like brand name clothing type
super
of thing.
trendy.
Yeah. But it was cool.
What about the food?
Well, I just can't go to sushi with you guys anymore because it's like
Because it's garbage.
hard, you
It's
know?
fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like you don't give me a 3-day-old banana, like you know.
You know what's funny is
That makes sense.
I'm kind of a snob with fireworks, because when I was in Spain at the time,
Oh shit!
Spain at the time was ranked number 2 in the world with fireworks.
Barcelona.
Yeah, dude, and like to the point where it was like terrifying. Like their show was like terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, and so now, yeah, fireworks. And yeah,
Guys, I like having you here. This is fun.
It's still like everybody gets it.
but yeah. So I feel like really snobby whenever like I don't go out of my way for fireworks out here, and I haven't since I was like 15 or 16 when I first saw them.
Not even like the Disneyland ones or like. 4th of
They're
July.
weak, dude.
Just fuck.
They're weak, dude. Our grand finales are like the warm up in like Barcelona.
Yeah.
I think Japan's number 1, right?
I didn't.
I
see
think
fireworks.
China,
Or China?
because they have all those crazy ones where it's like something will launch and then it'll explode, but then a fucking dragon will come out of it.
That's
and
Lord
like,
of the Rings, bro. But
No,
yeah,
but
fuck yeah.
That's like Middle Earth stuff, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, China has some Gandalf shit.
yeah.
Dang. Okay, so the food. So then, like, what was like a main? Like, did you seek out a certain type of food, or is it all the same? Like,
To be honest, my friend, the one that the other Mexican that I went with, he organized an itinerary that was fucking crazy. You know, it was almost like 3 pages of Excel and whatnot.
Dang.
But we didn't do any of that. You know? Yeah, our friend that participated in the tournament, he speaks Japanese fluently.
Oh, nice.
So he was able to kind of like guide us, and he knows people from there in a sense. That been, I don't know if you guys ever seen. Have you guys seen Cyberpunk on Netflix? It's like an anime.
I haven't watched it, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So my friend Kazu has a friend that works for the animation studio, and he also like having friends like that. It's like, oh yeah, I'll take you somewhere to eat, you know, and everything. And he took us to like a bomb ass ramen joint where the broth is made out of oysters.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was good. It was very, very good. And like the meat was very plump and all kinds of stuff. And then like the broth itself was kind of creamy, but it was also to the point where it wasn't thick enough where you were just kind of getting some kind of, I don't know, sauce or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, you get a ramen bowl, a rice bowl, a soda for like $6.
It's amazing.
It was good. It was good. Fuck. Yeah. And then, I mean, food over there, we tried a lot of different things, you know. Whatever was exotic or weird, like I wanted to try it.
Did you hit the horse sushi place?
Yeah, we did that. The weirdest thing that I tried was the fish semen. That was the yeah. Jesse was like, "What the fuck is that, bro?" I was like, "That's fish semen." I was like, "All right."
He's like, I got something similar.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like,
is there anything like have to do with like Marines and stuff and Navy SEAls? No, different.
But yeah, it was good. I had 2 loads in my mouth, which was pretty legit, you know.
It's
Yeah.
decent. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it's one of the weird things for me, or not weird, but in China, I was not aware about how like some areas are just noodles, some areas are just rice, and then a couple I think Shanghai was like, you know, rice and noodles because more, but how every place is more like for whatever the region is, that's what they had.
That's what they had.
Right.
So.
Yeah, there was a time frame where when I was doing like the hip hop stuff, I was gonna go to Japan.
Mike Diamonds, right?
Yeah,
right.
on the Mikey Diamond stuff, and actually it involved Chris McCall, and he had some friends out there that were a friend who was from out here who was like in a J-pop group, and so we were trying to line things up where we were gonna fly out there, do some shows. And then instead of having our flight come back here, we were going to go to the Philippines and hang in the Philippines for a little bit. And then
Yeah, because it's close too.
Yeah. But it just, that was like one of the most disappointing things that didn't really happen. But I was like looking into all this, like I want to try the horse restaurant.
Whale, all
I
kinds
want to
of
try
stuff.
all that.
Yeah.
I hear that 7-Eleven has like the dopest.
Like 7-Eleven's cool, but I also have a friend over there. She's been there for 4 years, and she was like, "Nah, you got to go to Mini Stop. Mini Stop's the place to go." And it like I went in there and it supersedes everything.
Yeah.
They have good food and all that stuff, just like 7-Eleven does.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more affordable, and they also got drinks that are like super frozen. Because when we were there, it was 95 degrees with 100% humidity. So, yeah, so it was hot.
Ugh, that bandana just soaked up all that sweat.
yeah, for sure. But they had like these drinks that you can only find at Mini Stop that were completely frozen. So you were able to take it with you, and then by over time they would just kind of slowly thaw out and you
Be like a
just drink
slushy
them.
type
Yeah,
thing.
and drink them.
Sick.
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
I want to go so bad. I had an opportunity to go, and this was like right when I feel like my life would have taken like weird turns, but right when I got like accepted into La Sierra University, like I just got an acceptance. I just got my class schedule. Like I knew what I was gonna do, and I had friends that were going to Japan, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. And I was like, all ready to do it. And I thought it would work out so that I'd get back right before, but the way it ended up working out would be, I would have missed my first week of school, and like, you can only miss, I don't know how many.
They probably would have dropped you out of your classes.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Yeah, so I was like, it was so hard, being like, I can't go because of school. Like, I've never been that guy.
Never been that guy.
But
Yeah, you ditched school once for the Angels game, right?
yeah, that was not just the Angels game, the World Series.
Only World Series.
Yeah. Dude, hey, they won. I went back to school. We're
Still
good.
counts.
Still counts. Got debt like crazy. It's fine. It's fine.
Dude, one of the other trips that I passed up on that I wish I hadn't, but kind of same scenario. I had just started like a new position at Loma Linda. So I was like, I have to be here. And my aunt just one day hits me up. She's like, we're going to Dubai next week. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah. I mean, yeah, I want to go. And then the timing just didn't work out. So her and my other cousin went.
Yeah, that's stressful sometimes. You know, when things just collide and you're just like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Japan. I want to go back now. I hope I can go back with MBR. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I tell everybody just go. It's fun.
Did you get to catch any music out there?
You know
Any
what?
shows or anything?
We wanted to. We had already some clubs in our itinerary that we were gonna go to. Like one of them was the UFO club. It was like a very underground, just kind of like grungy type of music and stuff like that. We looked up a lot of punk venues and stuff and everything. A lot of like rockabilly shows too, and we just didn't have the time because it's crazy. Well, typically when you start adding more people in a travel group, it gets really hard to do things because you kind of have to
Everyone
accommodate
has to.
everybody. Me, for the most part, like I'll just kind of go wherever they're like, oh, you want to go here? It's like, yeah, sure. You know, oh, you want to do this? Yeah, sure. Whatever. You know, I'm already here, so that's what really matters.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. We had all these things planned out, but we had other people in the group that they just wanted to do other things. So we just kind of like little by little started cutting things like, oh, well, we can't go there because it's like an hour away. So it takes away time from here. So we'll just do this and that. But we did some clubs over there. We saw like some kind of live venue areas. We went to like a music district where we got to see like some stuff, but nothing where like I would, if I go back, I need to see a band over there, you know, or at least something. Cause I know music is just in general, whatever language it's from, like it's fire no matter what, you know. And to be like, oh, I went to Japan, I went to a punk show. It's like, oh, all right, cool. You know, we can say shit like that, you know. Not me, because I didn't go.
Dude, and those Asian punk shows, man, the spin kicks and the mosh pits are fucking real.
Yeah, all these like hardcore videos are like now from like Japan, Indonesia, all these places where like
where you
like
get
legitimate spin kicks.
People trained
martial
arts from like 5 and shit. Now just angry, like you know?
It's funny. I keep hearing for punk. I think punk might be a little bit different than hardcore, but like for punk rock, like, you know, people will like the show will be packed, and like you'll be playing, and they'll just kind of be like kind of nodding their heads, and then when you finish, then everyone applauds, but like but like not like people aren't like singing along really or like going crazy. I'm it's probably different now. I feel like maybe
I think it depends on the band, right? Like if there's sing-alongs, kids are piling on and, you know, doing stuff like that. But
I want to just see like we laughed so hard our first time ever playing in the UK, and it was before the Fallen Dream. So like they wanted to do an encore, and so they started chanting, "One more tune, one more tune." And we were like,
one more tune.
Yeah, oh dude, it shit was funny to us. Because is that a thing? Do people still chant one more song or anything like that?
Yeah. But a lot of people aren't doing encores anymore. They're like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Like when I went to see Metallica, everybody stayed like one more song. And they just brought out buckets and started throwing out picks.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, that's ridiculous.
I remember when I went to go see Soundgarden. Soundgarden was crazy. They played like every single song. It was like 4 hours.
Fuck.
I walked out of that thing. I was like, I don't want to hear anything.
Just drive home
Dude, you know what's I kind of missed that. Where like I remember that being a thing in high school because I was so immersed when I was like in high school. Like I would just like I remember just getting in my friend's like mom's car. And we would both just sit down, just like like completely like beaten up, like
You're just so shocked.
soaked.
Yeah,
soaked. I don't want to listen to anything. Like, I don't know.
Now we like play these like hardcore shows, get in the car and listen to podcasts. On the drive.
Yeah.
Saw Taylor Swift right after, you know.
It's Taylor Swift talking about her album.
She's like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. I wrote this song about Travis Kelce.
I don't even know who that is.
Dude,
Right.
he has the biggest podcast now, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of her.
TV show.
It's a TV show?
He has a TV show.
Well, isn't she like the mascot now for Kansas City Chiefs or something like
They
that?
have a
Yeah,
Taylor
'cause-
Swift cat.
Oh.
Which is insane
Stupid.
because Kelsey's plays for the Yeah.
But they're already starting to do like the breakup song. Like, what's it gonna be about?
Oh, really?
Damn.
That sucks.
It's funny. They're gonna be like the most hated team when they break up.
Yeah.
You think so?
Probably all the Swifties.
Well, I heard.
They're mighty, dude.
Yeah.
Just do the Swifties are,
The
yeah.
Swifties are mighty.
They're like the song, like it's like you were in my end zone.
Oh man.
Touch me down.
Taylor Swift has some bangers, man.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
think I've ever heard like a
never
song.
Taylor Swift's got a couple.
Like I know
bangers.
of her, but I've never like heard anything from her. You know.
The thing that I respect about it is that she legitimately like writes her own music.
Oh,
Like
really?
it's not like I mean, I'm sure there's probably some people that help her, but like she can take credit for writing.
Yeah, she's
her
like
own.
she's a part of the
Yeah.
process and everything.
Well, I mean, in that position, like for
Yeah.
sure, you know.
And she just recently, like, she kind of went under the radar a little bit because she went back and re-recorded all of her albums so that she would own the rights to everything.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's like a big fuck you to the record labels. Like, I'm gonna own all my own shit.
Yeah.
So
How do you like? That's another thing too, where I mean, you guys are in the music industry and all that stuff. Like, how does that even work with like that kind of level of stuff? Even yeah, and just in general, or like publishing and all that stuff. Like,
I'm sure that her early stuff that she recorded was under contract and she doesn't own the rights to any of it. And I'm guessing that like that stuff has expired. She's out of it now. And so
but
now
like
she's
stuff that you guys put out, does like you guys still own that, right? Like, even though it's on Spotify and all that stuff and everything, and
yeah, I think
I mean, I don't know.
do you guys?
Mike's like,
Does Pure Noise own the records, or do you guys own the record?
I'm pretty sure. I think a lot of it's under mine.
you can tell he hasn't read the contract. He's like,
I'm like in massive debt. I want to say we do. We own the rights to it. Or we own.
I don't know how any of that works. I was curious.
But for her, I know that for her, she's going through and recording everything and releasing it herself. And I don't know what the rules are for like re-recording something or writing something. I'm sure there's changes enough that she can't get sued by her label.
Or whatever.
But it's kind of a hard ass move.
Yeah. It's almost like unheard of to go back and re-record your entire back catalog.
Yeah.
Because how
So
many
they would
albums
own
did she
it.
have at that time?
I don't know. She's got quite a few though.
Yeah.
She's been around since she was like 15 or 16 years old or something like that.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Dude, have you guys seen the Ed Sheeran documentary on Disney Plus?
No.
Is it good, dude?
Jesse's like,
It's good.
Mike has asked me this question like 7 times in the past.
3
Oh.
days.
I'd like to think that when I'm passionate about something, that Michael will be like, I too want to see
just
this.
in sync and whatnot.
I do want to see this. I do want to see this.
It's so interesting because I imagine.
Myself.
I bet like yeah.
Hold on,
I
wait,
see
hold on, wait.
myself.
I imagine, because he's such a control freak and, like, he's a one-man band, you know what I mean? So, like, he, they told him about the documentary and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. This is exactly what's going to happen. And this is how the documentary is going to go. And that's not what happened.
That's literally what. Yeah.
Word for word, that's what's going to come out. That's how many times he's asked me about
Oh,
it.
damn. That's
It's so
crazy.
good. It's so freaking good.
We got to watch it.
That's, yeah. I'll see it.
What's it on? What's it streaming on?
Disney Plus. Did I remember that part?
Maybe that's why I haven't watched it yet. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that's good. I imagine she's probably got all that. Like she's probably that kind of that like just like entertainer / like killer mentality.
But it's insane. Like, if you look at like the amount of production, which, to be fair, when you're that level of an artist, your shows have to be like insane, right? Like, you can't just show up and
Yeah, well, they don't even do like small venues anymore. You
No.
know, they're just all stadium now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and like they bring their entire crew. Like, I mean, I think she had how many semis? Like, I think it was something crazy, like 25 semis or something.
Dude,
like that.
we saw when we MBR, like somewhere like random. We were like in like Billings, like Montana or something, and we were like at a Walmart, and then there was like, I want to say there was like 4 or 5 just tour buses that were all Taylor Swift tour buses. They were all pulling trailers, and so we kind of went over, and of course
introduced ourselves.
Yeah, like, is Taylor here? And so
I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah. We want to get on the bus. No, I remember we talked to one of the one of the drivers or whatever, one of the people, and we're like we're not weirdos. We're in a band. We're about to take off, but like, is she in one of these? And the guy was like,
No.
You think she rides on the bus to her shows?
There's no way.
He's like, she flies to every show.
You're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
I just asked the question, bro.
Because I would love to be in one of those buses.
Thank you, sir. We're still gonna break into all these buses. But actually, and then weird, and then another talking about Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, and we passed on meeting Ed Sheeran in Europe.
You passed on it?
Yeah, we were when we were on
This
tour.
was pre-documentary that you loved?
Yeah, yeah.
Free Disney Plus.
Would you pass now that you've watched the Disney documentary?
Of course not. I would have waited in the rain.
Yeah.
But we were like at a a truck stop, and tour bus, and then our van and trailer even out there. It was when we were on tour with To the Wind.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so so then we run into his like drivers and crew guys, whatever, and so they were like really friendly. They actually like approached us, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are clearly a band. Where are you guys from?" And we told them like, "Oh, they're from Seattle, we're from California."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Yeah, we're part of Ed Sheeran's team. He's coming out in like 15 minutes, and he's always down to talk to musicians. I'm sure he'd love to meet you guys." And we're like, oh, we're actually kind of running late to our show, but wish him dude, wish him good luck and stuff, and hope you guys
Wish
have
him good luck.
good, you guys have, best of luck on your tour. And like they like said the same to us. And as this is happening, the drummer from To the Wind, Corey, he's like, no, guys, let's stay.
Yeah.
He's like famous, and none of us had heard of him.
You hadn't seen Game of Thrones, bro?
No, this before that,
Game of
dude.
Thrones?
Yeah.
This is previous Game of Thrones, dude. And so,
What year was that tour with To the Wind? Because Tron was into the Wind.
yeah,
Back
so it was like
then.
2013, 2014, 2014 probably.
Okay.
13. I don't know. And so like we're like leaving, and he's like, no, like, dude, guys, he's like famous. He's like trying to tell us the songs, and we're like, none of us were like, I don't know, dude. We're late. We're late to our show, which will have like 30 people at. We have to be there.
That that time period. What was the Ed Sheeran banger back then?
So I do remember this. So we get back into the van. Corey's pissed, and so he plays this A-Team.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh shit, this is good.
Yeah.
But like,
We didn't know.
yeah, I don't know.
We didn't know.
And so and then it felt like just a few months later is when like he released Thinking Out Loud and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck.
So did you watch the documentary and just go, fuck, man?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. No, I became a fan like shortly after all that.
Yeah.
And even then I was just like, fuck, that'd have been sick.
Yeah. He was the soldier that was singing at the campfire in Game of Thrones. Just some random scene. But everybody was like, the fucking Ed Sheeran!
Yeah.
Towards the end?
No. It's like pretty early on, just some random ass cameo.
So, like, the Hound.
Didn't he say he got burned or something, or was that just something they said for fun?
I don't know.
That his character died and like
Probably.
dude. That's, oh man, if you could be in any show and have like either, I would just say like a death in a show, which show would you want to die in?
Ooh.
A death in a show.
I think if I had to die in a show, I'd probably want to die in the Boys.
The boys.
I feel like it'd be some like super gnarly, messed up kind of death.
I feel like it'd have to be one of those dudes that like Batman beats the shit out of, like you know that this guy
Did you
for parking in a handicap spot in Gotham.
Did you ever see the Batman the animated series one? Not the '90s one, but there was another one called just the Batman, and it was kind of like a funky looking Batman with like the
He had
Joker.
like the crazy
The Joker had like the long sleeves and it was kind of covered up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode where the Joker becomes the Batman, and he beats the shit out of people for littering, and he like kills an old lady because she had her blinker on for longer than like 10 minutes and all kinds of stuff like that.
It's like a Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah.
WB Kids.
Yeah.
That was that the one where it was like Diedrich Bader was Batman?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the Batman.
Yeah, I think it was. So Batman for me. What about you, man?
Damn, I don't know. There's a lot of good shows.
Wait, but Batman doesn't kill, so.
No, I know. It just, but you know, like it's the I'm not gonna kill you, but you're never gonna recover from these hospital bills type of beat. Like
Fuck
you might not be dead, but you have no more life after this.
He's not dead.
Batman and Spider-Man, they're the two that'll just put you in the hospital for the rest of your life.
He's not dead, but he'll never walk again.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of good shows out there. I don't know how I would want to die.
A zombie show?
Nah, I don't like zombies. Well, yeah, it could be like The Last of Us if it wasn't like the show, though. You know, if it was like the game, yeah, maybe.
Speaking of The Last of Us, did you see that random clip of the dude that's like, yeah, I just grew these mushrooms off of my skin and blood in real life?
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what?
Some dude was experimenting and grew mushrooms out of his own flesh and blood in a lab sample.
Nice.
Like in a petri dish or like.
In a petri dish.
Oh.
In a petri dish. But still, why the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
We're getting close to zombies and shit.
How long do you think you would survive, Mike, in a zombie apocalypse?
I don't know, not long.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think I'd care enough to like take off like that. You know what I mean? Like to be always on the run. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to find a place and then just be like, all right, this is where
Just hunker down.
yeah, this is where we make our stand. Hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
The best.
Oh, do you know? Because we've talked about this before. I was thinking of all these different things I could do about like getting like baseballs and putting like nails on them. I don't know.
How would you-
went
How would you throw that?
How would you throw it?
fast.
Fucking cannon, baby. Yeah, so what would you die in?
Throw a two-seam right between your eyeballs.
Shit, I'm trying to think. Like, there's like, I don't know, there's just so many shows out there.
Grey's Anatomy.
Fuck, no. I might as well just die in house. Yeah, we can just keep it simple. I'll die in house. There's some weird disease.
Some weird ass disease.
Yeah.
Patients are-
No, but then I would survive because he would just like,
Yeah.
he would figure it out at the end.
What an asshole.
Yeah,
what a brilliant what a brilliant asshole.
After he like berates and belittles everybody.
So you have this new form of AIDS.
Yeah. Like, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah. I think if I could die, I'd probably be like Looney Tunes shit.
Can you not die?
Yeah, you couldn't die in that. Oh, and just in general, I don't know. I'm still here.
It's like if I could die,
I'm still here somehow.
Hard to kill.
like
New
Keanu
disease,
Reeves.
swear.
Yeah, like Keanu Reeves, just freaking John Wick shit, you know,
Yeah.
spiritually.
Has anybody started watching The Continental yet?
Finished it
I
already.
really,
How was it? Was it sick?
So fucking good.
yeah, I put it up at the shop. I haven't seen it though.
Dude, Jordan sent me this clip, and she's like, "Oh, this is my friend is in this show," and I was like, "What? Who's this?" And it's like this like he's like one of the main actors.
In The Continental?
Yeah, and this before she didn't know what John Wick was.
Oh.
So she's like, "This looks like it'd be cool." I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's watch these movies. So we can watch this show."
Huh?
We have 1 down, 4 to go.
Yep.
Before or after the Ed Sheeran Disney Plus Did you tell her? Like,
She actually showed me that.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
so we watched it together.
that's the reason.
Makes
Cried.
Yeah, we got it.
We cried together.
Yeah.
You were singing out loud or thinking out louder.
We like look at each other and just sing at each other while we're crying.
I fucking hate this so much. Mike's just like, darling, I will. Oh, acapella sitting across the couch. Be loving you.
We take turns.
Till
We do one.
70.
We do one line. I do one line. She does the next line.
She gets the wrong line. It's not it.
Yeah. Stop the words. But actually, I just got into House of the Dragon.
Oh, dude.
I still haven't watched House of the Dragon.
I still haven't seen that.
I still haven't
Either.
watched House of the Dragon.
You guys.
There's so many things.
You
that
know
haven't-
what? I
I
can't.
finished it.
I
There's
can't
so
even
many
say
episodes
anything.
out there.
I can't even say anything because I know it's hard to go back to Westeros.
It is.
It is.
It's hard. And this show, the show is so freaking good because it's the first season and
So much is-
Martin has like direct hand in it. So the show it's good.
Yeah.
That I catch myself like, oh, maybe I should go back and watch Game of Thrones. Which
Game of Thrones was amazing to a certain
last
point.
season.
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch. I want to watch from season 6 on, because for me the show, like, I didn't start being like, dude, what the fuck's happening until like the last season.
Really?
Yeah,
Mine was when Arya literally walked away like nothing from the Faceless Man.
yeah,
Like she just walked out. Like, what the fuck? How can you be like world class assassins and just let her leave?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's unacceptable.
yeah. So that's why I want to watch it again, because I want to see how much of my own blinders, or how much, because I was so used and trusting of like the good writing, to be like, you know what, I didn't like that, but I understand
But
that this is
there's a
gonna,
reason.
yeah, this is gonna pay off somewhere else, because it always does.
Yeah.
And so I want to go back and watch it now, knowing, be like, that's a nothing thread.
Mm-hmm.
That leads to a nothing burger. They're not going to address that later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when it shit happens, it's like, wow, that was really convenient.
Yeah.
Wow, that's plot armor.
Yep.
Like, maybe, never mind. I'm not going to do it. It's like,
Never mind.
Shut that down real quick.
I just talked to myself.
I'm gonna watch that Sheeran documentary again. Comment and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
I am hopeful and excited that like the new show is gonna bring some of those moments that Game of Thrones had. Like, I know it takes time to get there, but like,
Like the drastic just killing off main characters, or just like
yeah, main characters, or just like there's like big epic moments in Game of Thrones, like Jon taking on the army, like the Battle of the Bastards.
Well, I mean, Game of Thrones too had like amazing actors there.
Mm-hmm.
Like King Joffrey was just like fuck, bro.
fucking hate
But yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be that good.
Yeah.
You know, and like
Yeah.
the way the whole world hated him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
that-
and then he gets interviewed. He's like the nicest dude ever. You know, and just.
which reminds me, I literally finished Yellow Jackets today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What'd you think on that?
I liked it, man.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was
Yeah,
dope.
that's some wild thing.
What's Yellow Jack? Oh, that the crashed kids.
Yeah.
Lord of the Flies.
It's wild.
Butterflies.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Wasn't expecting the ending of that. Definitely.
You finished like the both seasons.
Both
Oh,
seasons,
yeah.
Where they find out the real enemy was fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, in itself.
No, it turns out they were all dead. It's lost.
Yeah, but you know what? That show too, bro.
Dude, they
that was
they
such a
find out-
good show.
They
towards
find
the
out
end.
they're
I
on
was
the
like,
same
what
boat
fuck?
as Lost.
Lost was like the biggest,
Shared
like,
universe.
what the fuck, dude?
I didn't like Lost's ending, but I could at least,
neither did
I could at least be like,
All right.
it's a direction. I guess I see how they got here. Don't love it.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. Dude, I just Game of Thrones one. I'm like still angry. I'm
Yeah,
still
no,
mad.
like I'll see that like on dating sites and whatnot where they're like, oh, what am I still not over? Season 8 of Game of
Yeah,
Thrones. Like,
dude,
what the
that
fuck?
was
Like,
on.
you know?
I don't have my stuff anymore, but like I put that on like
thought
my
you were about to be
Bumble.
like, that was on
You did?
my Tinder look.
I'm not on there anymore. Oh.
That shows don't touch shit.
Dude, Australia got to the point where we were out there and like we realized our shows weren't being promoted. So I just turned my dating apps into straight up promos.
Promos for
And
that.
I was
Nice.
like, if you want to get into the show, hit me up. I'll throw you in the guest list. And I just all my profile pictures were like the flyers for the shows.
Did you get?
No.
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 I know you can put like they have like dating, business. They have like a business section or something like that, or work something or nonsense. Next to friends, you know. I tried to be on that friend zone one day. I was like, no.
Friend zone?
Yeah.
Never been on a dating app in my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a great thing. I was scared.
Dude, it gave the first time I ever did it, it gave me straight up anxiety.
Dude,
It
It lasted all like 4 days.
You know, it's weird, like trying to like date, you know, in your 30s and whatnot. It's crazy because obviously you still want to fulfill things in your life, you know, but at the same time, or even like if you're with somebody, you still want to do things, but you still kind of have to like balance that out with somebody else.
Yeah.
Like it's not settling, but it's kind of at the same time where I was like, well, I have to kind of take it back a little bit.
Yeah. One of the things for me that I was like happy about, and I'm not talking shit on dating apps or people who find love on them, but like I was bummed out because I was like, man, I want to meet someone not having to do this, not on here, and I'm happy that I met my girlfriend at a place I said I never would.
Church?
Church. We met at church.
Why wouldn't you there?
No, I always said I was like I'll never date a girl that I meet at a No Bragging Rights show.
Oh.
I thought you meant like chain reaction.
I thought you actually
I
Yeah,
meant,
so
like,
don't fuck with girls in chain.
Yeah. I also said I'd never date a girl that lived in LA. And here we are.
here we are.
Well, look how the times have changed.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Well, like and subscribe, folks.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Dang, we haven't even gotten into like your businesses and stuff.
Shit. Yeah, no, we haven't. Oh, well. So for instance, I'll just make it real quick. I own a barbershop. It's been there in Corona for next year. We complete 20 years.
Dude.
It started by my father in 2004, and I continued it on and stuff like that. And yeah, that's one of the things that I have going on. I'm starting other little projects. Like I have a lot of projects going on. You know, sometimes I'll go 100, and then sometimes I'll just like 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and then so there's like I'm always constantly just looking for things to do. I feel like being single and like not having kids and all that stuff gives me that privilege to really experiment with my life and really like if there's setbacks, like, well, I mean, it's just me, you know.
It's you.
So it's not that much of a problem. So for the most part, like I'm taking full advantage of that situation, you know, where I can just kind of like do my own thing and all that stuff. I want to start like a bunch of other little small businesses. I want to start like looking into other things too. Like I was even thinking later on we can talk because I have a project going on that I wouldn't mind sponsoring this and stuff like that and everything. So figuring things out with stuff like that. Cause for me, like when it comes to business, I love it because it's innovating atmospheres, you know, like this itself is a business, but innovating the atmosphere of bringing people here, having the conversation, you know, talking, presenting that out there to the public, you know, giving them like media and content so they can like entertain themselves or, you know, hear something that they're like, oh, you know what, that kind of changed my mood for the day or all that stuff. And that's what I like about business. Like a lot of people bag on capitalism, but I love that shit, bro. Like, you know, like I'm a huge fan of it because it just does so many things, you know. Like obviously there's like all these rules and regulations and stuff like that too, but if you take politics out of it and you just be like, oh, it's all part of creation, it's like, all right, you know, you can do whatever you want. I mean, Instagram, if you look at Instagram, people just do whatever the fuck they want and they're just selling shit like crazy. Like there's girls out there that just kind of like
That pink sauce?
the pink sauce or whatever nonsense, or they'll sell like their bath water, you know. There's another girl out there that would just like she'll buy Barbies from the 99-cent store, paints them into cholas, and then sells them.
Yeah.
And people buy that stuff. You can literally like, I tell my family members sometimes like you right now you can do anything you want. Like there's nothing you can't do anymore.
There's a mark. No matter how weird you think shit is, there's somebody that's interested in that.
Yeah, like if you think about like probability, 8 billion people, you just need like 5,000 people in your life to really like support you, and then that's it. Like the odds out there that you're gonna find those people, it's and it's a little community you get to build, and you can really like how you're doing with like no bragging rights and stuff like that with like the mental health, and then how you guys are doing it with like what's the other one called, the new one, no
Easy out.
easy out, like helping out, easy out, like like it's cool too because things you create can change people's lives and stuff like that. That's what I like about business and all that stuff and everything. And I'm just kind of like always trying to figure out things of like how I can support people that support me, because that's my main thing. That's what I really strive for. It's just I'm very fortunate that I have people in my life that are willing to give me money.
Facts.
So that's one of the things, and I hated it too because I studied medicine before all this. I wanted to be a virologist. I went pretty far out. I started doing like inspections and stuff like that for manufacturer companies and everything. And later on, as time went on, it just kind of got to the point where it was like I started just getting like very, very, very apathetic with my life. I felt like nothing mattered and all kinds of things, and just kind of I went to a really like downward spiral, that which led to a lot of like spiritual awakenings and realizations and all kinds of stuff later down the line. But now like through like compassion and helping people out and serving people, that's like my main thing is like servitude. Really, really changed my whole life around. That was like my mental check. That was it. Was like, okay, I know if I give to people, I'll get something back in the end, so.
Hell yeah.
Damn, dude. Awesome. And then we kind of were joking about it, and I don't think people realize, but you are 4 years sober?
Yeah, I am 4 years sober. Yeah. That's another thing too. Like it's not really about like being abstinent from alcohol. It's mostly of like understanding my relationship with addiction and understanding my relationship with substance. Because I don't really technically believe in sobriety, People get weirded out by that idea, but it's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, everything you put in is chemical, everything mixes. So you're always constantly never in a proper state. So it's like one of those things where I really found a way to kind of like bring myself closer to people in a sense because of my abstinence. Because when it's not for everybody, but for me particularly, like it got to a point where I wasn't even happy anymore, and I was just drinking and all kinds of stuff, and and I wasn't being aware of that situation. I was kind of just blinded on it, I just wanted to get fucked up and all kinds of things, and I felt like my life was good, and for the most part it wasn't bad. It can always be worse,
Right.
But there was a time where I just kind of like had a little accident, and I kind of took a step back and realized certain things, and little by little I wasn't even thinking about being completely absent from alcohol, it just eventually happened. I started seeing that my life was kind of getting better and all kinds of things for me and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it's not easy. I think about it all the time. It's hard sometimes too, when you're out and about in certain areas and you're constantly kind of doing things with people that are drinking and stuff like that. But for the most part, like I know why I'm here. I'm here for my friends. I'm here to hang out. I'm here to be with people. I'm not here to like just get super hammered like I thought before, So it's like one of those things now, like I have these little tools, because I still do meetings and all that kind of stuff and everything. And it's helped me out a lot with just being like an understanding of like You know, it's not about the substance. It's about like why you choose to grab that substance.
It's your relationship with it.
Yeah. So, yeah, because addiction's everywhere. Like no matter what you're doing, you know, just, you can spend money like gamblers out there, you know, or just in general.
Food.
Yeah, food. You
video
know,
games.
video games. You know, raccoons.
Raccoons,
You know, just in general.
Raccoon
like,
stuff.
It's really sad, guys, when you see people abuse their love for raccoons.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Maybe I should plug in that picture of the naked raccoon with no hair here.
You should.
I don't think we need to do that.
That could be like my little thumbnail. You know, if you want.
Yes.
Please no.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That could be the thumbnail for this thing. You know.
The disappointment on Mike's face is
Bears look crazy too. Koalas look crazy. I hate this. We're having such a beautiful moment, you know, inspired by Jolka's words.
Yeah.
So do we want to add a jam to the playlist?
Oh yeah, shoot.
What have you been rocking lately? You want to throw a song on the
Oh, you know
Walk
what?
Along
I
playlist?
just bought the Manual Fade or Manual Fade.
Man, fade.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
I just bought-
sick.
yeah, I just bought their album and stuff like that. Well, I went out to the car. He took me to the car. He's like, "Ah, sure." I was like, "All right." I was like, "How much?" He's like, "Oh, just whatever you got." I was like, "All right." I just gave him whatever I got.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, whatever you got, man.
He's always a good.
Was there like a particular song that you liked on the record, or?
Oh, you know what? To be honest, I didn't read the songs. So I just put that thing on the CD. I just put it in the car and I just started listening to it.
They're the band that headlined the Burner State show.
Yeah.
They were sick.
They were sick. The drummer was fire.
Yeah.
Well, their record. It looks like their record just came out this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They look like they've been doing it for like 40 years.
Well, I mean, their newest record.
no,
sorry,
I'm just
you know?
saying.
Dude,
They
so-
look like they're at that age.
Dude, so what's wild so it's funny you say that because like when I was talking to him, I just had one of those weird like flashbacks.
Like I know some of these dudes.
Yeah, and I was just like, did you guys like ever play at the barn? He's like, yeah, we used to play like all the time, but in a different band. And I was like, okay. I was like, you look familiar. You and the drummer look familiar. He's like, we were the ones in a band that played at the barn. So I was like crazy because like I remember that.
Wild.
Do you know the
Yeah.
band?
Well,
He said it, and I wouldn't have remembered them. I just remember them because, like, I don't know what it is about him and the way he plays guitar.
Mhm.
It's very distinct, and the drummer too. Drummer
The
too.
drummer too.
Yeah. So it was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm sure they must have been playing with like Voodoo Glow Skulls or something, or.
I'm gonna add "Troubled Times" from their new record
Nice.
onto the playlist because that's at the top of their popular list right now.
That can be like the headline for this thumbnail. Troubled Times.
Troubled Times.
That naked rat. You know?
The naked rat.
Raccoon.
I'm gonna add on a Bad Omens song. There's a song. It's actually an older song called "Limits" that came up randomly. I think I saw it in like a TikTok video or something like that, and I was like, "What's that song?" Jammed it. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right, that's kind of cool."
Yeah, some songs that come out on that stuff, like just the background music, it's like, all right, I can.
Yeah.
What's this going on? You know, then you're on rabbit holing the whole thing
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and
Then you're listening to Creed at 3 a.m.
Dude, Creed came on at the shop today.
What?
Creed came on at the shop today. I always like to look around, see if anyone's seen him. You haven't seen one?
Well, do you want to add another political punk band to your playlist this week, Mike?
Oh man, I wasn't meaning to do that. I was gonna go complete opposite from that, but I could go.
yeah,
I can
the
go
political
punk.
band.
So I wasn't even because I played it that week like the week before.
Yeah,
right.
We were in the car on the way to dinner.
So there's an Israeli punk band called Useless ID. Like I love this.
That's
band.
cool. All right, on.
Yeah, I love that band. Best, like they're like the harmony melody masters, dude. I love them. And so
There it
last
is.
week they were my musical recommendation, and then it hit me like a couple days later, and I was like,
Oh, the
There
whole
it is right
thing.
there.
I
There it is
completely
right there.
forgot about that. That's right.
so to even it out, there's this Palestinian punk band that no, just kidding.
Oh, that was a joke. The Palestinian was a joke.
I mean that's the joke. That's the joke. I mean,
You would choose sides too.
Yeah.
I just choose the side of the Lord, guys.
Have you seen my speaker?
I was gonna not do a punk rock song,
Okay.
so
How many
But
can
now-
I add?
actually, dude,
Whatever want.
you know what song I'm gonna add?
do Florence in the Machine Spectrum.
Yep.
I feel like we
He said, 'cause
already
we're all on the spectrum.
we're on
That's
it.
it. You know what? That saved me so many times on dates, bro. Like, it's like, why are you like this? Oh, it's my tism.
Tisms.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we got on the subject of it, but like Harry and Jonathan, they're talking about like straight edge bands.
Mhm.
But they first were asking if there's any pop punk straight edge bands, which they exist.
They
They're just
exist,
hard to
but-
find.
Yeah.
Because they're not as open about it as like hardcore bands. And so I sent them like just random like straight edge songs. And so one of the songs I sent them was Have Heart Boston's.
Nice.
Dude, like I forget like when you read those lyrics, dude. It's like I don't know. To me that's like I think one of the best hardcore songs lyrically. Do we have Heart on the list already?
I don't know.
No. Alright, well, this is a good entry then. Freaking Boston it's a great song.
How many songs are on the playlist now?
The
Good
playlist is up to. Good question.
I've been
It's 3 hours and 23 minutes.
Oh, okay. Damn. It's quite a few songs.
yeah.
Yeah. 3 hours of that is Sleep Token. 2 songs. It's an interesting little mix of songs
It's
on here.
it's fun. Actually, I like listening to
It goes from like the Beach Boys to Betrayal to like
Anti-Flank.
Propaganda.
Nice.
It's a trip if you put it on at work.
It's just the randomness stuff ever.
My Packers freak out every time I play it.
Sick. Well,
Well.
thank you for being here, sir.
No, thank you. Thanks for inviting
Finally.
me. For sure. Finally got my Oscar, you know. Thank you, Mom. You know. Thank you, Lord.
Jolka came in and he got to experience how small this place actually.
Yeah. Well, not just that's small, yeah, but
Looks way bigger on camera.
it looks way bigger on camera.
It looks way bigger with the right angles.
I'm actually 6'3".
Little do they know you're sitting on a stack of pillows right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's cool. Thanks for the invite, for sure, man. This is actually a blessing here, you know. Like I get to experience with you guys and stuff like that, and participate in the little thing that you guys are creating and all that stuff. For sure, it's pretty fire.
Dude, thank you for coming in and helping me shit on Mike this
Yeah,
week.
man, for sure. Anytime. Like I'm down for that. You know, you want to group chat that shit? Like I'm down
Dude,
for that. You
yes.
know? You can have a big group chat with your community and just kind of like
Yeah.
talk shit on Mike.
You ever wanted to air your grievances against Mike?
Anybody want to hear out any issues they have with Mike Perez?
I'm like, why is my mom in this group chat?
Just
Jordan, get out of there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just to see this here, you know, it was pretty cool. I only wore this because this shirt's from Japan. So
Oh, sick.
I one of the things that I like to do when I travel is I like to go to barbershops while I go there and get a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a haircut in Japan and everything, and you know they don't allow tipping over there. So my friend and I, we like to tip just because we're both in the service industry.
Right.
And one of the things, it's kind of like when you're telling us you can't tip, it's like, well, damn, well, how do I show you my gratitude and all that stuff? So I just cleaned out their merchandise. So
Sick.
I just bought
That's
everything
cool.
that they had, you know. So, but yeah, it was cool. I like doing that stuff. Just kind of like see how they cut hair, how they treat clients, and all that stuff, and it was cool. It was very cool. But that's why I wore this stuff, you know.
Well, I'm proud of what I wore. So
Yeah, you look amazing. Like, you know, only you can rock that.
I'm happy. I
Literally.
chose. And I think for everyone too, it's probably best that I did wear a shirt underneath it because I tried wearing it out without it. I was like, it looks. Also, because it's just white.
All right, let's get out of here. At Walking Blind Pod everywhere. We love you guys. See you guys soon.
Like,
Peace.
subscribe.
Knowing I handle my aggression.